Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mariama. I am a follower of Jesus Christ and a homeschool mom to two young boys who are busy, growing tall, and eating me out of a house and home. But God is good. So today, this video is going to be just me sharing how I planned out our school year for the year 24 to 25. Now, Lord willing, if the Lord delays his coming, we will be here. And so I kind of plan my year out with that in mind, just holding my plans loosely, knowing that anything can change at any moment. So I'm going to talk about how I planned the year out and show you how I broke down our year into weekly segments and then how we create our daily routine. So let's get right into it. So, first things first, I pray about our homeschool vision and a mission statement. This is part of my why. Why am I doing this, right? For an entire year, I'm going to need something to look back at to remind me why I'm doing this, and also something that's going to help guide me through the year. So, I wrote down our mission statement. This year, it is to raise and educate kids who love God above all else, lovingly guide, train, and equip them to defend their faith, to cultivate godly character and habits for lifelong success, and lead by example a life that glorifies God. So the vision for our homeschool is for it to be a place where all of this is happening. And then after that, the next thing I do is lay out my student SMART goals. So when I think of goals, I think of long-term and short-term goals. And so our long-term goal for the kids this year is to foster a love of knowing and loving and glorifying God forever, to develop a humble, teachable spirit and develop strong cooperation and team building skills at home that will be used outside. Once I have that, then I break down the short-term goals, and these are more like social and emotional goals that I have for each child. And then I'll get into the academic goals. These goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. And once I have written out all those goals, then it's on to the next step. So for most homeschool families, the next step would be to choose curriculum, but I'm going to insert another step here. For me, the next step is to consider my children's learning styles and our teaching style and homeschool style. So considering styles, all these things can change because we evolve as people. I have two kids who have very different learning styles. One is more of a kinesthetic learner, kinesthetic and tactile learner, so who he loves to move and needs to be touching something and jumping and doing something, movement. And then I have another child who is more of an audiovisual learner, who has a very strong memory and can remember pretty much anything that you say or sing, and loves pictures. So I start thinking about that, and then my homeschool style, which is eclectic. So that means that I pick and choose from different types of teaching philosophies and methods to create a comprehensive curriculum for my family that's going to work for my kids. Then I start breaking down the yearly overview into a weekly schedule. So at this point, I'm looking at what topics to cover, what days, how we're going to be able to cover a wide range of topics in a way that is practical and feasible for little kids. Because I have a child that is in that first grade-ish kind of level, he's transitional, will be considered like a transitional kindergartner, where he's kind of like still doing some kindergarten level work and first grade work. I'm going to be covering a lot more subjects than I would have in the past, so I decided to use a block schedule for the week, so that we can cover math, reading, phonics, language arts. That's the topics we'll cover every day. And then I'm going to use a loop schedule for the other subjects, which means that I'll pick 1 or 2 days a week to cover those other subjects. We'll start, and wherever we finish, we'll just pick up the next time there's a loop schedule. So that way we can cover lots more at a pace that works for the kids, and also works for our family and our lifestyle. Weekly schedule is done. Now I'm starting to look at the daily routine and really focus on our day. And how to plan the day really starts with Christ, because Christ is the heartbeat of our home, and the daily routine feels like the rhythm of our home. And so I begin with prayer, worship, devotions, before play. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but usually that's how our day starts. And then the kids go straight to bathroom time. They know they have their chores. And then we have breakfast. Breakfast usually consists of everyone sitting at the table for Bible as well. So we're doing scripture memory work, Bible study, rich conversations are happening, oral narrations, and then we flow right into our first learning block. Then we have a break, then another learning block, and then we move into cleanup, free play time. Now the kids are doing whatever they would like to do, whatever their interests are, they can go ahead and do that. They know where to find everything. They're very independent. So once that free time block of play time is over, that's usually when we have snack story time. My kids know we're going to start pulling books out and reading, and that can be a short period or a long period, followed by afternoon occupations. And they know that then we're going to be doing something quietly, whether that's a art activity, a STEAM activity, STEM, activity, or they can quietly play with their soft play toys or something. They know that that's quiet time. So they stopped napping a while ago, and this is what we do. They just pick something quietly, and sometimes it works out perfectly, sometimes it doesn't. But that is pretty much the day. It's simple and to the point. They can remember it. I don't even need a visual chart up because they remember what they are supposed to be doing around a certain time. It doesn't have to be a specific time, but they know the morning we do this, the afternoon we do this, and the evening we do that. And so it just works for us. All right, so I'm going to share some of the resources that I use to plan my year. So first off, I use a very old-fashioned legal pad to write everything down. You might like to use a journal. I love this. I love legal pads. They're perfect for everything. I throw all my thoughts down on paper. I have to get it. I call it brain dumping. Just dump it all on paper, and then I try to organize my thoughts. So I do all of the stuff here, like the framework, just everything that I can think of on legal pad. And then I also use my homeschool lesson planner. I got this from the School Nest, and I will be doing another video about this planner because it is so minimalistic and it is perfect. It's perfect for, I would say, maybe up to 2 or 3 children around the same age. If you have children that are in like different grades, I would definitely maybe consider something else. Google Sheets to help make my master's weekly schedule, and then Canva. Canva is great for creating resources for planning, resources for learning, resources for pretty much anything in your homeschool. Canva is where it's at if you want to make digital printable resources. So here are some tips for success in your planning journey that I wanted to share that helped me. Number 1, pray, 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 pray. Pray always about everything and pray always. And I'm going to say it again on repeat, pray, because it's going to save you so much time. It's going to save you time in ways that you couldn't even imagine. And stay focused on what's most important. And prayer will help you do that. And then get organized. If you're not an organized person, get some books from the library, watch some YouTube videos, get organized, and find the tools that work for you that are going to help you stay organized and be consistent. So make sure you have, everything has a home. You have a place for your planning, books or resources, whatever. Have everything in a place. And if you're using digital, an app or a digital library or folder system or something, just make sure you have everything in the right place and that you stay organized and consistent. Definitely plan breaks. I may have mentioned it before, maybe not, but definitely you want to plan breaks because sometimes you can get so productive that you forget to plan breaks and forget that rest is actually productive. So plan breaks. Be flexible. Things change, things happen, life happens. Don't hold your plans too rigidly, hold them loosely. That has really been a blessing for our homeschool. And also make time for independent learning and independent activities and independent play. One of the things that has really helped me to do that with my kids is by spending as much time as possible with them in the morning, especially for little ones. The littlest ones, the more time you spend with them in the morning, the more time they will play independently. And then have fun. Have fun. If it feels like it's not fun, stop and just change it up, throw some music on, and just change the atmosphere, the environment, go outside, but have fun, because the season of littles is so quick. It just goes by so quick. You look up one minute, your kids are 2, and then you walk out of the room and come back and they're like 7, and it's like, what happened? How did this happen so quickly? Time flies when you're young and having fun. So make the most of every moment that you have with your little ones. Have fun, and spark that curiosity and learning, and that love for learning, by keeping things light and keeping things fun. I hope I said something that blessed you today. And if you have any questions about homeschool, feel free to send me a DM, and I will see you in the next video.